The White House can't figure it out. You expect them to tell you the truth? We have all these emergency tests going on. The government keeps sending out these cryptic messages. All of a sudden, they're pretending to build a border wall. Oh, we tried the border thing. Please, man, I ain't wasting your time here. If I lose my whole audience today and 2,000 of you are behind and 2,000 of you go and get prepared today, today's show will be a huge success. Shit's about to get really bad, man. Really bad. This is just the beginning. There's no way this was an intelligence failure. No way.
No way. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dan Bongino, one of the most passionate. Wow, that was a very passionate, talk that he just had. He's been pretty much on point with letting us know exactly what's coming and what has been coming. Once again, when we look at what's going on down in the southern border and we take a look at where America is at with Israel and all these different things that are happening, we just don't know. He also makes a great point by they don't care about the difference between you and them, that they look at us as them. And I know a lot of us in America are standing with this person and we're standing with this person. When it comes time for them to make a move, they don't care. And that's a fact. Now, once again, I'm not saying that America is 100% right, but I just can't get with the program of not being America first. How did the United States not know about this? How did Mossad not know about this? How did the Central Intelligence agencies not know about this, right? That's the real question. That's the main question. And I just think that where do we go from here? We're on high alert right now, right? High alert about New York City, what's about to happen with New York City, right? A lot of people have been saying, yo, Lou, you're Dan Bongino is fear-mongering. Is he fear-mongering or is he telling the truth? Because look at us now. Now we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. All I know is that every update we're getting is, it's on. It's happening. Right now, as we speak, it's happening. The only thing we could do in America is be prepared, right? Military is headed that way already. Our friends and our family members in the military are already headed that way, right? We got stuff going on already in Ukraine, right? It's so much already going on. The best thing to do is realize that this is all biblical, pray, and be prepared for anything. Just prepare your family, prepare people. We just don't know what's about to go down, right? We just don't know. And I don't think that this is about picking sides. I think this is about being America first, right? I'm from America. I got my family here. Everybody's here. How am I supposed to look at this? So a lot of people are telling me, oh, you're looking at it from like an American standpoint. Oh, you're like too proud to be American. You're like proud to be American. Bro, I live here. My family lives here. Everything, like all my money is here. Like everything I love is here. And I'm pretty sure that other side really don't like this. They don't like nothing that's going on over here. So we got to realize and stop ourselves real quick. Like, yo, relax. Because a lot of y'all, the moment some shit goes down here, y'all going to be looking like, damn, man, I should have never been defending that. So at the end of the day, that's all I care about. It's my family. All I care about is the United States. And unfortunately, why are we in Israel? Why are we funding them? That's a great question. Trust me. I don't want to be funding any of this ish. Any of it. I don't want to be, as the United States of America, I don't want to be involved in any of this. So you guys let me know how you feel about this whole situation. How do you guys feel about being on high alert now? Okay.
To entice legal immigrants to enlist. They're also using recruiters.
I told you motherfuckers the Army's not the United States military. You don't want to help me like I want to help you. You want to keep following these popular motherfuckers, so keep following them.
Trump announces new poll numbers. We love Trump. They're chanting his name.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I love you too. That's why I'm doing this. I had a nice life.
45, about to be
I didn't have
47.
to go before grand juries every time I fly over a state. If I fly over a state that happens to be Democrat run, they send me a subpoena to go before a grand jury. These people are stuff. But you know, these polls are amazing. So today is very, very important and big. Emerson poll came out. So it has Trump at 62%, DeSantis at 16, Mike Pence at 7. Obviously, people are dreaming of energy independence, a strong military like you had, and borders and low taxes that are strong. We want strong borders. We want low taxes. We want low interest rates. We want to be respected throughout the world, not laughed at.
Yes,
We're
sir.
laughed at.
Right after Trump speaks, it's a party. If you were Trump, smash the heart, leave a comment, drop a file. Let's get this to the FYP. Trump 2024, mega all day. USA, all the way.
Welcome to the fucking news. I'm your host, Kellerman, and there's a lot of shit going on, so pay attention. After the Hamas attack on Israel Saturday morning, Israel retaliated by airstriking the shit out of Gaza. The death toll so far is being reported as over 700 Israelis and over 400 Palestinians. The U.S. has responded by declaring its full support for Israel, condemning the acts of Hamas, and even sending some U.S. Navy aircraft carriers towards the coast of Israel. Meanwhile, Russia and Ukraine are still at war. A missile attack on the village of Horoza killed 52 Ukrainians last week, and there have been 59 attacks on Ukraine just in the last 24 hours. And if that's not enough horror for you, a drone carrying explosives hit a military college graduation ceremony in Syria, killing 89 people and injuring 300. No particular group has claimed responsibility for the bombing, but the Defense Ministry is blaming terrorist organizations supported by well-known international parties, whatever the fuck that means. Oh, and 3 earthquakes hit Afghanistan in a day, killing over 2,400 people. So, follow me if you have any left to give.
We go to Ashley Rodriguez, who joins us now in studio with the latest on the fighting. Ashley.
So this conflict continues to grow and worsen with each day. And it's only been 3 days. So Saturday, Hamas attacked Israel. Sunday, Israel declared war. And then by today, countries across the globe are choosing sides.
Western leaders from the UK to the US.
We must counter this new axis of power. It's an evil axis of Iran, Russia, and China.
Are pledging their full support to Israel, which spent Monday burying some 900 dead, including at least 11 Americans, and tending to the thousands more wounded after Hamas, with the help of Iran, attacked Israel over the weekend. The sounds of explosions and black smoke could be seen across the Gaza City skyline Monday morning after Israel retaliated with widespread airstrikes, destroying infrastructure, cutting off the area's electricity, food, fuel, and water, and turning buildings into rubble. 680 Palestinians are reported dead, nearly 3,000 wounded. But Israel's response is not deterring Hamas, which continued to shoot off rockets and is now threatening to broadcast the killing of each of its hostages, estimated to be around 100 people, for every bomb Israel uses on a civilian. Israel's representative to the UN comparing the violence to the Holocaust.
These savages down Jewish revelers just like Nazi death squads in the 1940s. Hundreds were butchered, their bodies mutilated and defiled.
But as Israel's allies stand at the ready, terrorist group Hezbollah is reportedly threatening to target the U.S. if it intervenes. Russia's foreign minister is calling for a Palestinian state. Qatar is blaming Israel for the escalation, and other countries, including Turkey, Egypt, and China, are calling for a ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, speaking in Hebrew, saying that Israel has only started striking Hamas, and what they will do to their enemies in the coming days will reverberate with them for generations.
And we're also hearing reports Israel has called up an unprecedented 300,000 reservists and is imposing a total blockade of the Gaza Strip. It could be a sign the country may be planning a ground assault.
Very well, all right, thanks, Ashley.
As the world is reeling from the outbreak of war between the Palestinian people and Israel, we here in the United States are starting to see civil unrest throughout the country. Almost makes you wonder, is this the beginning of World War III?
Occupation for 75 years. Woo! I'm gonna leave you with this. This is not a Muslim issue. This is not an Arab issue. This is not a Palestinian issue. This is a human rights issue.
There is no disease that is incurable. The sooner we understand that, the better. Let's get healthy.
Hezbollah is now reportedly threatening the United States if we get involved at all. Hezbollah has seen the news. They know that we're sending some heavy artillery into the eastern Mediterranean, and they're just trying to say, hey, don't even think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Israel is preparing for the possibility that Hezbollah gets involved in the fight. Just last hour, 12 rockets were fired from southern Lebanon into northern Israel as rocket fire was coming off the Gaza Strip into southern Israel. Already, this is developing into a multi-front conflict. Hezbollah sees that Israel was caught flat-footed in response to Saturday's massacre against civilians and soldiers in southern Israel. You can hear those explosions. There's still mortar fire coming in to this position. The Palestinians trying to hit some of these staging soldiers as they get ready to enter the Gaza Strip. More than 4,500 rockets have been fired into southern and central Israel since the conflict began on Saturday morning.
Russia, China, and America. In between is India. The world's coming apart this way right now. We're going to go to war.
That's a very grim note to end with. That's the.
It always goes to war when the money dies. I flew for the U.S. Marine Corps in Vietnam twice. 2 years. I know what war is. I went to school for it. I see it coming.
So how are you preparing for it?
Gold, silver, and businesses. I don't want dollars. They're just going to print money to pay for the war. That's what the war in Ukraine's about right now. They're getting ready for war.
The traditional media, they'll never say these sort of things. They'll never.
Well, because they can't, and they shouldn't really.
What happens in Israel when rockets are fired at us from Gaza? We have less than a minute to reach the protected area. They fired over 4,000 rockets at my country to kill us. I don't have a protected space, so I hide in the stairwell afraid that the missile. Please God protect Israel.
Good morning. How'd you sleep last night? You ready for some crazy? So I look here, I wake up, I see this commander-in-chief, Barack Obama, Gaza. What a mess. Ronnie Jackson tweets this out 2 hours ago. Ever wonder if Biden is really in control? Apparently they didn't even bother to wake him up when Israel was attacked and declared war. He slept through the entire night and was only told about it the next morning. Who is our commander-in-chief? That's an excellent tweet. Can you imagine? You think they would have let Trump sleep through the night, right? Can you imagine that they're like, no, don't worry. We'll tell him in the morning. Let him sleep. And Patriot Parents tweets this out 7 hours ago. This is not Gaza. This is New York City. Seeing what is happening now in Israel, just think what might happen here in the future. We are stupid. How stupid are we for electing governments that have let terrorists in our country by the thousand? Now, I know you guys have seen them marching all over the United States, right? And this tweet was interesting, right? Hunter's out of the news, borders out of the news, Ukraine is out of the news, speaker drama out of the news, Biden crime family is out of the news, worldwide illegal immigrant invasion is out of the news, horrible economy is out of the news. Now do you get it? And Marjorie Taylor Greene tweets this out. It says, "We have Americans held hostage by Hamas and Joe Biden has taken the day off. President Trump would have never done this. He would not stop working until we got our people back. None of this would have ever happened in the first place if he were in the White House." Now take a look at what the White House tweeted yesterday. I'm not sure if you saw this or not. And here's the tweet from the White House. "Junk fees can add up to hundreds of dollars for working families. Biden continues to call on Congress to pass the Junk Fee Prevention Act to stop unfair charges by hotels, airlines, cable, and internet companies and online ticket sales." So, well, 800 people have been killed in Israel and everything. We're worried about, this is what Joe's worried about, people buying Taylor Swift tickets. Don't take my word for it. Don't listen, never listen to me. But let's see what America thinks about that. And here's the responses. This is from Marjorie Taylor Greene. It says, "Shia, have you heard anyone say that they're worried about baggage fees right now? Honestly, what's wrong with Joe? Justin right under. A winning campaign next year, surely." Jeremiah tweets out, 17 hours. "Embarrassing. Such an embarrassment. Like I said before, delete your scheduled post. Read the room. Maybe delete your administration. Priorities." You see it under here? Chaya tweets out, "Over 800 innocent people were murdered in Israel, including Americans. Terrorists took dozens of hostages, including Americans, and you're worried right now about baggage fees, right?" Oh, what a mess. What a mess the world is in, right? But the memes were fine. Let's look at that. I know you guys love those memes. Not only do I fund wars, I throw a mean barbecue after to celebrate him. You guys know he was doing a barbecue that night, right? Sorry, best we can do is junk fees. I love the head cocked on him. It's a great one. Screenshot this one. Right here. Illegal aliens let in under Biden now outnumber populations of 15 entire states. Wow. Right? The crime in this century. That's pretty amazing, America. What an absolute crap show. Do you agree? So listen, put it in the comments down below. I'm always interested in your thoughts, and I will see you in those comments. Now, click on my link tree, go over there, and you can follow me on Instagram, and you can check out some of my cool merch. As always, God bless you, and have a wonderful day. It's getting dangerous out there.
Oh, we've got their ass. We've got their ass now. So, if the sun is 1,000,000 miles away and the moon is also 1,000,000 miles away, then why is it that you can see the clouds in front and behind the sun and the moon? Now, I know this might be hard for some of you to believe, and some of you still don't understand. So we gotta show you in real time of what it looks like. That right there is the moon at daytime. That's somebody in a plane. Oh, we got them now. There is no mistaking that the moon and the sun is not 1,000,000 miles away.
This just happened.
Disruption started at about 1:30 on Sunday, and this happened at the Paso del Norte Bridge in El Paso, Texas. Now, this connects El Paso to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, and CBP says that they deployed physical barriers to stop this attempted mass entry into the United States. Why are we seeing this right now? Well, you probably remember the immigration policy towards Venezuelans changed in October, and since then there's been a swelling of Venezuelans in Ciudad Juarez on the Mexican side.
A major escalation happened yesterday in Hamas and Israel that I find very fucking crazy. Hamas said for every bombing that drops on the Pakistani civilians, they will start making episodes of executions of the fucking captives that Hamas has. Oh yeah, shit is getting crazy.
To put
Pay
an
attention.
end to this, from this moment on, we announce that any targeting of innocent civilians without warning will be met, regretfully to say, by executing one of the hostages in our custody, and we will be forced to broadcast this execution. We regret this.
Y'all just heard it. An episode for every civilian bombing. And I ain't gonna call them terrorists either, because this shit going on both sides, you feel me? And I'm not on either side, but you can't call one side terrorists and both sides doing wicked shit, you feel me? Let me know what y'all think about Hamas saying they gonna start executing people on broad television for each bombing of civilians in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. I'm gonna keep y'all updated.
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III! Quick, down to the fallout shelter. The bombs are dropping.
Following Israeli airstrikes, this is what it looked like over the Gaza skyline. In response, Hamas reports it fired 120 rockets toward 4 cities, setting off sirens in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. The Palestinian militant group's assault Saturday was the broadest on Israeli territory in 5 decades. It began by firing thousands of rockets, then crossed into Israel by land, air, and sea, taking civilians and soldiers hostage. The U.S. is sending the USS Ford carrier strike group to the eastern Mediterranean to be ready to support Israel. The White House says President Biden and Israel's prime minister spoke by phone Sunday and discussed efforts to ensure enemies of Israel cannot take advantage of the current situation. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says U.S. equipment and resources for Israel Defense Forces will arrive in the coming days.
18 seconds. If this were really a nuclear war, we'd all be dead meat by now.